Someone will leave Nigeria and go to Canada. I don't understand. If your child says that he is female and you say it's a lie, you can be arrested. Just telling the child that no, you are not female, you are male. That's a crime.
Wow.
Auzubillahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You're welcome to another exciting episode of your favorite podcast, and we are your brothers in Iman. Inshallah, today we have a very, very exciting update for you. For the first time in the history of our podcast, we are bringing to you a guest. Yes, we are bringing a guest to the studios of Iman Dawah. This is somebody that we know, okay? We have known him for a long time. Personally, I see him as a mentor, even though he doesn't acknowledge me.
We all do. I mean, who doesn't see him as a mentor?
Well, I'm talking for myself.
We all about yeah.
Honestly.
So many people without even
exactly. So much.
Exactly.
This person has inspired me in a very unique way, and there's a quote that I got from him, I think about 5, 6, 7 years ago. I've shared it with these guys. I don't know if they remember. Maybe after now I'm going to tell them about the quote. I'll remind them after now, not on camera, because the quote we are trying to make the most out of that quote before making it public. I'm talking about our brother, our friend, the MD and the Chief Executive Officer of Minhaj Publicity. I'm talking about the one and the only brother Farouk Owojihiri.
Wow.
Yes. In fact, we are going to talk about those names because at the last summit that was held in our region, Professor Alaro was the panelist chairman, chairing the discussion, and he had difficulty pronouncing that name. So inshallah, when he comes today, I feel like this is a good opportunity to allow him tell us how best to pronounce the name, because that name has been mothered and remothered, and
I think we're going to have to play that clip for our viewers.
Yeah, inshallah, we're going to show you that clip.
The name gave Professor Alaro headache.
Honestly, I mean, a professor had difficulty.
And the reason why it sounded that way is because we from this part of the state, we are quite used to the name.
Yes, exactly. That's true.
And it could be the first time Professor is pronouncing something.
Exactly. It's a common name.
Surprisingly, Brother Farouk is a Deltan, right?
Okay.
And he's an Edo Deltan person.
Okay.
I mean, his background already is controversial. So you can imagine how the person himself is going to be like.
So in this regard, he's going to help our viewers to pronounce his name correctly.
Inshallah.
If he's going to break it down, how you pronounce the first syllable to the second one. So that to make it easier whenever they invite him to a public to speak.
Exactly.
It's very easier for those persons who have come across this podcast and this video to also get the right pronunciation of his name.
Again, since we are one of his biggest fans, if he tells us the right pronunciation, trust us to be like very good ambassadors who go out there and will keep pushing it out. So whenever anybody is making mistake, So I was also in that program. If I had known how to pronounce it correctly when Professor Alaro was struggling to pronounce, I would just have come in to say, sir, this is how to pronounce, but I didn't know better, so I just have to stay mute all through. So our viewers, today inshallah we are discussing a very interesting topic. This is a topic that affects everybody across board. Now we understand and recognize the fact that we are in some very peculiar moments and times in terms of our economics. I mean, this is a global thing. It's not just limited to our immediate environment. And then we have this matter surrounding migration movement in and out, in search for greener pastures.
AKA Japa.
Exactly. So that's the slang, we refer to it as in this our locality. Okay, we call it Japa, right? And that's talking about migration or emigrating, as the case maybe. So the topic for discourse today is the Japa mentality. Should I stay or should I go? The money making syndrome.
I don't think I would like to stay. I think I'll have to go.
Okay.
What do you think?
Why do you
question is, where are you going to?
Yeah, I know when I go, wherever I'm going to,
Okay.
when I go there, I know in like 3 weeks, I'll become a big boy.
Okay.
I'm going to have a lot of Rolls Royce to my name.
Oh.
A lot. So
I like this. I like this narrative.
Yeah.
I like this narrative.
As soon as you get there,
everything is there,
So
most
I think
likely.
even these vehicles are on the street. You can just go pick.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and send
perhaps
home
money
drive.
fall from the sky
Exactly,
over there. Oh, I
exactly.
see. Interesting.
Also share money to everyone.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
I
okay.
think so.
If you gather such money, you bring it home, you become a big boy. Or you go over there, you're already a big boy.
I have to jump.
Now, a quick disclaimer, guys. what Bro Mustafa just said is based on his facts alone. So please do not take it personal. Do not make your Japa decision based on that. There's nowhere in this world where you find free Rolls Royces.
My guys trust me. Okay,
it's all right, but I have to make this disclaimer out here. There's nowhere in the world where you have free Rolls Royces, free food, free money falling from the skies, or the government of the day just keep crediting your account. It doesn't happen like that. Hard work, dedication, and of course, like we normally say, there is dignity in labor.
That's true.
So, putting all those things aside, I'm excited to now bring to the screens our guest. Our guest, Brother Farouk Owojihiri, the MD. Exactly, the MD and the CEO, Minhaj Publicity, to do justice to this talk. Again, it promises to be interesting, exciting, and in fact, I don't have adjectives to qualify this. So I'll advise, you to sit tight, relax, perhaps grab a drink or anything you like to enjoy while viewing podcasts like this, because this is going to be one of those podcasts that will forever linger in your mind, because the content is going to be a bomb.
Yeah.
It's going to be amazing. It's going to be engaging. It's going to be exciting. And I mean, the expectations are high, inshallah. So, without further ado, let's bring our guest over to the screens, mashallah. Alhamdulillah, now our guest is seated and he's here. So, before I continue, I'll just allow him introduce himself to us properly. And let's not forget the name thing. Remember that this is a mission we are on. We want to get that name correctly so that moving forward, we'll be able to pronounce it accurately. So, assalamu alaikum, sir.
Alaikum salam. So, my name is Ogene Al-Farouk Okojekire.
Okwojekere.
Yes.
Okay, mashallah.
Spelled.
Okay. I think that's how we've been getting it wrong this whole time. We're trying to pronounce based on the way it is spelled.
Okojekiri. Okay.
That's on a different level. That is on a different level.
Because that's how it is spelled, right?
Okay.
So we'll just forgive you.
Okay.
Okay. So I think just to add to that, the professor had a very serious struggle.
Yes.
Pronouncing the name the other time, So this is like a correction to that kind of, a way to pronounce it on the next time.
A way of helping individuals out there who
exactly.
have come across this video
Yeah.
to learn how to pronounce the name correctly.
Exactly.
Now you've heard from
Directly.
directly
Yes.
from the owner of the name, the bearer.
Exactly.
How to pronounce it. So please take the correction.
Yeah, thank you. So, sir, we are discussing an interesting topic, and this is something that is happening right now. Everybody wants to go out. No doubt, the current economic realities are really biting hard. People are looking for a way out. Everybody just wants to survive, and they just want to live life the best way they possibly can. So that's what is bringing about this Japa mentality. The question now that I have to ask, to start off with, because we are Muslims and everything we do as Muslims, we try as much as possible to stick, to Quran and Hadith and, make sure that everything revolves around it. We do understand that there's a narration that says that if you are in a particular location and then you have difficulties and challenges. Now, let me get something clear. This particular narration is in relation to Islam, is in relation to practicing your deen. You're in a particular location and then there are challenges. You really cannot practice your deen the way it should be. It is advised and recommended that you move, right? Yeah. Now, is it okay for us to use this narration as a way of buttressing the fact that we have to move? But let's not forget that we are moving for a different reason. No? We are not moving because there are no Tafi school, there are no Islamic schools, for us to go to. We don't have an enabling environment to practice our deen. We are essentially moving because of cash, because of the money. So, sir, I think this will be a good note for us to start.
Okay, I think it depends on where you are moving to.
Okay.
And again, the intention.
Okay.
But essentially, where are you moving to? Because in Surah Nisa, verse 97,
okay,
a statement is made that, okay, they will be asking people that are giving excuse with where they used to stay.
Okay.
That was the land that Allah created not wide enough for you to move. So essentially, the principle is that you are moving from a place that is bad to a place that is good, Islamically. So someone will leave Nigeria and go to Canada. I don't understand. You go to...
Let me sit properly and hear this clearly.
You go to a place where you are not allowed to discipline your child, whereas the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he don't let's say you should discipline, he said you should hang the koboko so that they'll be seeing it.
Wow.
And he don't even say your child alone, your child and your wife should be seeing the koboko.
Wow.
Because anybody misbehave should be formatted. So
interesting.
So that wife, you cannot even start the conversation. That one, whether they'll just arrest you, I don't even know. The child, you cannot beat the child. You cannot discipline the child. Wow. Even a friend was telling me that in UK, not UK, in Scotland.
Okay.
He's still in UK.
Exactly.
So in Scotland, that you can't shout on your child.
Wow.
Because it's called harassment.
Wow.
In Canada, you can be arrested for flogging your child.
Wow.
If your child says that he is female and you say it's a lie, you can be arrested. Just telling the child that no, you are not female, you are male, that's a crime.
Wow.
These are serious issues.
Yeah, so somebody wants to stand up and go to Canada and say that, Allah said you should go to you should go through the... No. You cannot use that.
Okay.
You cannot use that, and it is even a question of if we can go to a place like that at all.
Okay.
Wow. That's an issue. Okay. Can we even go to a place like that where you know that it is the opposite of what Allah said? Yeah. We are just starting. The people that will teach your children in school, compulsory, and you're not thinking that you are going to leave here and go to private school in Canada. If you can pay for private school in Canada, why are you living in Nigeria?
Exactly.
You understand?
Exactly.
So if you are going to government school, they are mandated to be taught that homosexuality is normal. Transgenderism, not even homosexuality alone. They are even going to tell them, who told you are a boy? Think about it. What do you like? Do you like girls?
Exactly, about gender assignment.
So you are not going to go to those countries and say, you are going fisabilillah.
Yes, fisabilillah.
Even you know.
That okay. Now let me jump in at this time because this is an Iman uplifting conversation we just had. At this point in time, my dear viewers, from what our dear brother has said, the story behind it. Assuming you just get the next email now in another 15 minutes and your visa has been approved to Canada. Between me and you, will you go? You just get an email now. That visa that you've been looking for, that Canadian UK visa you've been looking for, you just got an email that has been approved. With this little admonition, in fact, this admonition is not little. With this big admonition you have heard, will you still go?